Right now, there's a fire burning deep inside, a frustration gnawing away at every waking moment. It's the feeling that no matter how hard you push, how much you sacrifice, the market just doesn't move the way you want. You pour your heart into building something meaningful, but the world's noise drowns out your message. You feel invisible in a sea of sameness. The truth is, crushing struggle doesn't come from lack of talent or effort. It comes from missing one unstoppable, pure marketing secret, the one buried deep beneath every cult brand's success. A secret that few dare to see, fewer still master, but every founder and leader who's ever changed the game swears by. Because here's the brutal reality nobody tells you. It's not about the product. It's not even purely about story or community or viral moments. Those things matter, but they're just the surface. The true power lies in a single principle that's so simple, it's almost criminal how many people overlook it, and so complex, it's almost impossible to wield without burning everything else down first. It's about making people not just customers or fans, but something more: believers, soldiers, a tribe, willing to burn with you, bleed for your vision, and carry your flag even when no one else cares. Imagine not just capturing attention, but owning hearts. Imagine your brand becoming an obsession, not a choice. Imagine your message cutting through the noise like a lightning strike, searing itself into collective memory, guiding every action and dream of those who dare to follow. This magnetic pulse behind cult brands isn't a trick. It's a raw, living connection, forged at the edge of rebellion and belonging. It's the relentless appeal to something deeper than just product benefits, the awakening of identity, of purpose, of the refusal to settle. You've felt it, haven't you? The crushing weight of systems designed to mute the rare, to grind the edge off sharp ideas, to make brilliance behave. The world hands out rule books disguised as freedom and expects compliance, while the own fire dims under the cold glow of convenience. Founders and leaders like you are suffocating under a mountain of expectations and mediocrity. But what if breaking free wasn't about fighting harder inside the system, but about stepping outside it completely? Not tearing down for destruction's sake, but to make room for something new, something that doesn't just reach people, but transforms them. Here's the heart of it. Every cult brand taps into a primal human need that's been abandoned by modern marketing: the craving for belonging that honors individuality. Not the fake belonging that demands you conform, but a fierce, raw connection that celebrates being different. Cult brands build movements, not markets. They ignite fires in people's souls, not just interest in their products. They craft codes, not campaigns. They don't just sell things, they summon a tribe, a family of the rare, the restless, the rebels who refuse to live a borrowed life. So what is this principle? It's the art of making your brand a sacred ritual, a shared battleground where ideas become identity and customers become comrades. Every touch point, every word, every image must echo with this fierce sense of belonging and boundary. It's not about appealing to everyone. It's about aggressive selectivity, welcoming only the few who burn loud enough, who challenge the status quo enough, who carry the promise of becoming more. Because cult success lives at the intersection of exclusion and invigoration. You literally grow by saying no, cutting away the noise, the low-energy followers, the ones comfortable in the old illusions. This is why cult brands feel like family, and why people don't just use their products, they live for them. This magnetism commands loyalty that outlasts trends or price wars. It builds something eternal from something so fragile. It's about crafting a belief system, a shared rebellion against the world's lies and limits, a declaration that here, in this space, true freedom lives. Freedom from the dumb rules, freedom to become, freedom to be wildly different. This is the leap from marketing as transaction to marketing as transformation. And it's not easy. It demands brutal honesty and ruthless clarity. You have to strip away what isn't you, reject what's expected, and build your brand like it's an act of war and worship blended into one. You must understand your audience not as statistics or demographics, but as individuals with burning unmet needs, thirsts for change, for identity, for limits shattered. Then speak to that hunger unapologetically. Show them a future where they don't have to fake it, where they don't have to shrink themselves to fit in. Invite them into a space where their fire is the fuel, not the enemy. Now, this isn't just theory. It's a battle-tested, scalable game plan used by the biggest cult brands in history, from Apple to Harley-Davidson to Supreme. Each creates their own mythos, their own code of honor, their own language that only the initiated truly get, and in that exclusivity lies immense power. People pay more, stay longer, fight harder, because they aren't just consumers. They're part of something larger, something meaningful. It's a network of connection, power, and transformation that makes the ordinary extraordinary. If you want to build your brand into that kind of force, here's how to start. First, kill the idea that marketing is about casting the widest net. That's the lazy path that leads nowhere but noise. Instead, obsess over who you want to become within your market. Find the rare few who resonate so deeply with your vision that their loyalty isn't conditional. Then build everything, your message, your visuals, your user experience, around being a relentless mirror of that identity. Make them see themselves in you, not as a reflection of who they are now, but who they want to become. Make every interaction a spark that fuels their transformation and deepens their commitment. Second, don't shy away from being controversial, uncomfortable, or misunderstood. Cult brands thrive on the edge, where the status quo is challenged and complacency is attacked. You must illuminate a problem or dissatisfaction no one else dares to name. Not just a product need, but a spiritual or cultural wound your brand is the antidote to. When you do that, the few who are aching for that cure won't walk. They'll run. They'll bring others with them. You create momentum that no amount of advertising spend can buy. Third, cultivate rituals and symbols. These are the secret weapons forgotten by many modern marketers. Symbols create a language only your tribe understands. Logos, mottos, traditions, insider lingo, experiences. These touchpoints become badges of honor worn proudly because they mark belonging not just to a brand, but to a revolution, a new way of being. The more tangible and immersive you make this, the stronger your tribe's loyalty and advocacy. Fourth, build a network, not just a community. This means looking beyond likes, followers, or passive fans. This is about connecting the brilliant, the misfit, the outlier founders, leaders, and visionaries who will carry your mission further than you ever could alone. Your brand is a hub for that autonomy and collaboration, a place where the rare unite to break structures, not replicate them. Power doesn't come from scaling noise, but from deep, fierce alliances forged over shared will and vision. Finally, be patient, but deadly focused. True cult status doesn't happen overnight or by chasing virality. It's the slow burn of becoming, the grinding refinement of every detail until your brand isn't just seen, but felt, etched indelibly into identity. The world rewards the fast and flashy today, but tomorrow belongs to those who persevere beyond the noise with relentless sovereignty over their narrative. If this feels like a call to arms, that's because it is. If you sense that silent hunger inside you, that quiet rebellion that refuses to settle for mediocrity or false comfort, then this one principle can unlock everything you hunger for. It's a fierce truth you already hold. Marketing isn't about selling. It's about awakening. Not about followers, about believers. Not about surviving. About transforming a world desperate for those who dare. So don't wait for the world to change. Build the world where you and the few who burn as fiercely as you do can thrive, connect, and reshape the future. Because behind every cult brand's impossible success is an unyielding devotion to identity, to tribe, to rebellion, and it's yours for the taking.